It's just me. You have to say nothing about it. Look at Marquand. He definitely just said so. Damn, you can't tell us? That's cool. Alright. It's alright, then. I'll message you still. You ain't going on live on Facebook? What's up, what's up? Oh. It's doubling back. Oh. You got that out. YouTube. That's the only one recording right now.
You shoot YouTube today?
Just YouTube, I guess. What's up? I'm waiting for him to record. YouTube, I'm waiting for the recording to start, you know. What's up, world? It's not just company. This your boy Mitri. I got Marquand to the left of me, right?
Yes, sir. Y'all right. His left.
All right. We got Junior June here.
Hey, what's up?
What's been going on, y'all? YouTube, how y'all doing? YouTube family, Facebook family. What's been going on? I know y'all can't talk back. How's the family? Good? Y'all good? Everything? For real? That's crazy. All right. I've been good. How y'all been?
I've been pretty good.
We missed 2 weeks, so we got a little topics to cover.
Yeah. Junior had a colonoscopy last week, so
what
we
is
couldn't
that?
make the show.
I feel like I know what that is, but I don't know what it is. Colon? Oh, something to do with your butt. So whatever he had going on. Y'all want to jump right into the Eminem, or y'all want to do that a few topics down?
You know what? Actually, we can kick it off with that.
All right. Well, since we're talking about white rappers, rest in peace, Mac Miller. Let's start that off. That's
R.I.P. dog.
Yeah. What y'all think about that?
I mean, I think everybody got so hyped about well, first of all, let me start by saying this. MGK's this.
No, the Mac Miller before the MGK.
The Mac Miller?
Yeah.
What about him dying?
Yeah.
Last time I remember hearing about Mac Miller, it was, it's been a while.
It's not, well, he just had an album drop, but I follow Mac Miller, and it's something, not death, but you notice when people get a little too deep into drugs. Like, it's a bad side of turning up. That's where that was, but I don't even want to touch on that. Rest in peace. Keep it on the good side. But MGK, what's your take on it? MGK, Eminem beef. MGK, Eminem, G-Eazy beef.
I gotta give MGK credit for his diss. He had bars. It was a pretty good diss. If you ever came at Eminem, he did it the right way. But I just don't think he know what he getting himself into.
Now, Jenna, what you think about it?
Good luck. I don't know. I mean, it'd be a battle worth watching.
Terribly sorry we have a show.
But you got a lot of people that were so caught up in the MGK diss that they thought that what's that song, The Ringer, is the song he was talking about, when that's not the song he really dissed MGK in. It was the that Not Alike.
I'll be honest with
So,
you. I can't think of a time when Eminem ever was in a rap beef with anybody other than Ja Rule.
I mean, him and Drake had some beef.
But it wasn't, when I say rap beef, like an actual song rap beef, I can't think of anybody other than him and Ja Rule.
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon.
So
that's your rap beef history?
No, I mean...
No, but that's what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying?
But then again, you gotta remember, wasn't nobody really trying to come for Eminem. You know what I mean?
But I'll put it to you this way: you can't. The only reason I'm gonna give MGK won this first part of this beef.
I don't think so.
And while I say he won it because, like you just said, oh yeah, he said some stuff about Drake before. Drake never said nothing. MGK ain't got nothing to lose. I'm going to come at you with straight bars. I'm going to give you everything that I got. Because at the end of the day, one, in MGK's thing, I like it because he was bigging him up the whole song. Yeah, you the greatest rapper in the world.
I did give him credit for that.
But I'm finna do this to you. But at the end of the day, I mean, if we can only remember in our time, if we can only remember 2 battles that you had, and both of them was goofies. I mean, Nick Cannon not a lyricist. Ja Rule not a lyricist. So
but I mean, ain't nobody. Who do you know that can really go bar for bar with Eminem? I mean, don't get me wrong, MGK's he did a great job with that. But you don't think he put all he had into that one song?
I think Eminem, and I was telling Junior, Eminem, he had an interview right before he dropped the surprise album in Kamikaze. He was saying, as far as like skill rapping wise, he doesn't think he's the best rapper. Now, as far as like putting words together, that's a skill in rap. That's a specific skill. And he was going over all of in this new CD. He was saying, and it's crazy because he said it in the interview. Big Sean, J. Cole, and Kendrick are like 3 different versions of him. Big Sean is him when he makes like the hit songs. J. Cole, Big Sean. These are the songs he said. Big Sean could have easily made a Smack That. You know, Smack That all on the floor. Big Sean could have made that song. J. Cole could have easily made a Stand.
Or Kendrick.
No, this is what he said about Kendrick. Kendrick is the most like him because he could have done all 3. And nobody would have blinked an eye at it. Nobody would have been like, oh, okay, that's weird that you making a song called Smack That. That's weird. He's like, if Jake...
I don't know if I could really see Kendrick, though, making a song.
Well, as far as lyrical but funny. Look at Humble. That's like, oh, okay. This is a funny beat. This is like a... Okay, but if you really listen to it, it's lyrical. But my thing is with Eminem, I don't necessarily think that there was... I don't think Eminem's even in competition for the best all-around rapper thing. I think specific stuff that he does, mixing words together, yeah. I mean, we relate everything to sports on this show. Eminem's like a Curry, and that's not a diss to his career. Curry's very good at what he does. You're not expecting Curry next year to come out dunking. You're not expecting Curry to come out windmilling from the line.
If you put sports, I would have to give Eminem the LeBron thing.
No.
The LeBron option.
You giving Eminem?
I just don't know who you would put when it comes bar for bar. Who can out rap Eminem bar for bar?
I don't think there was ever a time when Eminem can out rap Andre 3000. I don't think there was ever a time when Eminem can out rap Lil Wayne. Now, if you're saying as far as lyrical, like, not trying to envision, like, if you're saying as far as like specific things, yeah, Eminem's the best at that. But as far as Eminem's never gonna give you a Love Below or Roses. He's not gonna do that. He gonna give you this new album. I love it.
I mean, Eminem is a different type of person though. He has his own way for doing his music. So when it comes to it, I don't see anybody beating him at that game. I feel like this MGK thing, don't get me wrong, it's going to be a great beef, but at the end of the day, Eminem's going to come out on top. Somebody posted something to me, or posted something on Facebook that stats, where it showed Eminem's worst album sold 267,000 albums. MGK's best album only sold 56,000 albums.
But see, I don't like running down stats when you're talking about...
But you have to. You can't want credit for something, but the proof is not in the pudding. You can't claim that you're better than this man, but you're not even selling close to as many albums. Your best album not even beating his worst shit.
So, for instance, let's say like somebody, if you go, this is why I hate stats. If you go somebody like, let's throw it out there, D4L might have sold more records than pick a rapper. Laffy Taffy might have sold more records than Ab-Soul or one of them lyricists.
But that was one song, though.
But that's what I'm saying.
You can't say that because that's one song. Eminem is consistently selling like this. He's consistently doing big numbers. There's nothing to really argue about there. That man, some albums have sold 10 million copies by themselves.
So you think
you can't really say?
So you think Eminem is the best rapper out right now?
Yeah, I will say that.
You think so, then?
No.
When is the last time you think Eminem was the best rapper out? I would say that first Marshall Mathers LP. I'm just Marshall Mathers. That was the last time he was... when the second song.
So you said you didn't like the last album either, Revival?
No.
I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't see nothing wrong with Revival.
Yeah.
Everybody talking about that, but I don't see nothing wrong with it. I think it was a pretty good album.
I don't think it's nothing wrong with it. I don't think it's nothing wrong with. I don't. With Eminem, it becomes weird in music because it gets to the point where it's like, yeah, you're good, but his transition game is terrible. He did not transition into the new generation.
He didn't have to, because even though he didn't transition, he's still putting up the numbers he needs.
But to be the greatest, you gotta be able to. That's why I'm saying, like LeBron.
So you're mad at the fact that he's being at the same pace and keeping that crown at that place he's at?
Eminem thought saying faggot was faggot on his new song, calling Tyler the Creator a faggot. He thought that was gonna be shocking on him. No, that's not. People don't care about that anymore. The tactics that Eminem used.
I don't think he thought that. I think he was just kind of like.
I think and M said it. I think there's a lot of people that can. I think J. Cole's a better rapper than Eminem. Like rapper wise, I would much rather hear J. Cole than Eminem. I just believe that.
You're telling me right now there's no other person that's a better lyricist. I mean, you telling me Eminem is not the best lyricist out there right now?
No. I personally, if you go lyricist wise, I don't think it's ever. I think you got a long way to go. Eminem.
I don't think so.
I mean,
think Eminem is there. I think he's at the top of that.
You got a lot of lyricists. Look at Down South alone. You got Andre. You got Big Boy. You got T.I. T.I. will burn some of these niggas lyrically. And you know this. Lyrically,
so
T.I.
you're
will
telling me right
burn
now
some of
T.I.'s music is better than Eminem's? You can't tell me that.
I could say Paper Trails is better than the
No.
last two.
I said their music overall. You telling me T.I. is a better artist overall than Eminem?
I would rather listen to T.I. than Eminem.
No, I wouldn't.
What about you?
Yeah.
We want to hear from you. Come on. Let the fans hear what you think.
M is past his time. It's a new world. He ain't ready for it. Or no.
I don't know, because this new album kind of was his way of showing him, like, I'm going to always be that nigga.
But it sounds horrible.
I like it.
Eminem fan.
I like it because it's coming from a place of just, like...
Bitterness?
I wouldn't say bitterness. It's coming from a place of, like, y'all, just because y'all thought I couldn't do it, I'm going to show y'all I can.
Who's your favorite rappers right now, Marco?
Well, what you mean, like, my favorite top three that's out right now? Sean Cole. And you mean like the new generation rappers, right?
Yeah, just right now, period.
It's hard to do a top three. But my four is Sean Cole, Eminem, and Kendrick.
Junior? Wait, so we can get some bait, so we can get some grounding on this conversation. Y'all consider like Eminem's lyricist as far as putting words together and all that. I agree. We're all on the same level with that, right?
Agreed.
Okay.
Who do you consider to be a lyricist? Because I'm with you. I agree with that. I don't think there's a better like lyricist than Eminem. I think that's what we get.
That's where I was. Yeah.
What you think about?
Cole, Kendrick. That's what it is. Joyner Lucas.
Yeah, we forgetting about Joyner might scorch Eminem on that.
I don't know about that.
I think
you got to think about it though. You got, and that's why this new album, if you listen to it, he really saying like, y'all can tell me, y'all can say this and that or somebody better, but I inspired all of this. You know what I mean? I'm inspiring you niggas to do this shit. Y'all want to be where I'm at. Y'all want to have that GOAT crown. Y'all want people to even mention y'all names in the GOAT category. I'm already there.
I think we're getting to the time with Eminem where it's like having a Jordan LeBron conversation. Jordan is actually cold. Jordan inspired everybody who's playing basketball right now. But you really honestly think if Jordan was on the court right now, he gonna post up on LeBron?
But then you got another thing you gotta understand with that though. Basketball was a lot more aggressive back when Jordan played. But LeBron wouldn't have lasted in Jordan's league.
And I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, it's a different time.
If you put them both in their prime,
we can't. But we can't though.
You can't.
Eminem not in his prime.
Who?
Eminem's not.
When has he ever fell out of his prime? He just released a whole album to say fuck you to anybody ever that had anything bad to say about him.
I don't think.
And the only person to respond out of that whole album, only one person responded to him.
So he dissed Drake, But what would be the point? Drake's bigger than Eminem.
He dissed Drake. He dissed some of the little mumble rappers. I mean, who was to try to say something back to him?
But if you're Drake, you're not responding to Eminem.
No, if you're Drake, you might have to respond to Eminem.
Eminem's beneath Drake right now.
Eminem, so do you think that Drake is worth more than Eminem?
No, I think status-wise, as far as the world is concerned, Eminem is beneath Drake.
I wouldn't say that, because if you're saying status-wise, Drake. If Eminem was beneath Drake, let me put it like this: the easiest thing to say, if Eminem was beneath Drake when he got dissed, Drake would have dropped the track just like he did with Meek, or just like he did with Pusha T. If I feel like you beneath me, I can go ahead and release that diss track back. Drake hasn't said anything because he knows that's a battle I'm not going to get myself into. And that's probably a battle I can't win.
Do you think he's beneath Drake?
Eminem?
Yeah. If you Drake, are you responding to an Eminem diss?
There's no point. He can't even be the person who signed you. Yeah. Eminem can't beat Wayne, so why would he go after Wayne?
So let's put it like this, though. So you telling me right now you think Drake would beat Eminem in a diss battle?
Yeah, because it's
I don't think so.
Because Drake can make a song.
Drake can make it. That's fine. MGK made a song too, and I give credit for that to MGK.
MGK.
He made everything flow so well as a song that this was even better at doing that.
But like everybody said, you could play back to back in the club, which they did, and that was a great diss song. MGK, you can't play that anywhere unless you directly talking shit to Eminem, because it's all about Eminem. So it's a song.
But back to back was just about Meek Mill.
But he never referenced Meek Mill's name really in the song.
He did.
Subtle shots. He never said Meek name in that song.
And one could argue the point.
Well, you can't say that because it was at Summer 16. They played that in the club, and that's the one he referenced Meek Mill in the song.
Yeah.
So we let the diss track, the diss record play. You was staying right below us, nigga. So you can't really say that. That's not the point, because some diss tracks can be played. But it's just, I will give MGK credit because to come for Eminem the way he did and how he did it, it was so well put together. I have nothing to say bad about the man diss. All I want to say is, at the end of the day, when it comes to them going word for word, he's not going to win this battle. I guarantee you, if Eminem was to release a diss album tomorrow and MGK had 4 days to respond, the next one wouldn't be as big as the first one he did.
I don't know if Eminem can actually battle. You've seen old battles, but I've never seen Eminem get into like a rap beat. I'm not gonna give Eminem credit for Nick Cannon and Ja Rule.
I also feel like, Ja Rule, you can kind of give him credit.
No,
but I gotta say this though. Also though, with Eminem, with what MGK did, I think he took Eminem's style. Remember at the last rap battle in 8 Mile, what he did? He pretty much talked about himself. I feel like MGK threw all of that out there in the song, saying how great he is, taking his own flow against him. Like, nigga, I'm gonna give you all your props, but I'm also gonna let you know I'm not the one to play with.
I honestly, I just don't think. I don't know.
I don't see MGK coming out as the victor. If Eminem, the only way he can come out as the victor is if Eminem does not reply at all.
If MGK had a hit out right now, you wouldn't even be talking. If he had a hit single out right now, you wouldn't even be talking about.
But MGK never. He never was the one to say he sucked though. He's always had those. He's always been able to have those bars.
Well, y'all know what the beef stems from.
From what, back in 2012 when he mentioned his daughter's name?
His daughter was cute.
Yeah, and his daughter was 16 at the time. So I agree with that. I understand. You got a daughter. I mean, you understand. My nigga, she's 16, bro. We can trip about this forever. Like, I don't care what you're talking about. You gonna die over this.
Yeah.
So, I get it. I was really going over it in my head, and I'm like, as much as I mess with Eminem, like, I think that's our first time, as far as our generation, that's our first time watching. I think Wayne was our first time watching somebody become a superstar from nothing. Like, Wayne was our first. We seen Wayne ashy, and then all the way at the top. We seen this nigga become Madonna before our eyes. Eminem is the first one we're seeing fall from grace. And not fall because of a diss track, but we seeing you. Now you're on the other side of hip hop. We seen you go all the way up. We seen you become Madonna. What Jay-Z say, to be Bobby then, you gotta be Bobby now. To be Bobby Brown when he was blown up, you got to go through the crack too. So Eminem, we seen him on the other side of that hill, bro.
I don't necessarily want to. I can't agree to that necessarily.
And a lot of the stuff Eminem was claiming in those songs, I feel like it was false.
But he was just responding to shit that people said.
Well,
so
he was saying like he found 50 Cent.
He said, "I brought the world." He did bring the world. 50
You realize he signed with 50 Cent after 50 Cent signed with him after Wankster, right?
50 Cent was dealing with them
after Wankster.
He's probably signed after that, but he was dealing with Eminem from Jump.
No,
he just didn't get signed directly with Eminem right away. He was signed with Damn.
He got signed. I'm being 100% honest with you. He got signed after Wankster. That video got him attention from what's his name?
But
Dr.
you can't
Dre.
say that because it was a song that came out before Wankster that in the club.
In the club is
and
after
he said,
Wankster. I know it's.
But
crazy.
they was on the same album though.
But it was the single after. That's what I'm saying. 50 Cent was the biggest nigga in the world when Wankster came out. He chose you.
No, you can't say that.
Yeah, bro.
He's.
That's what I'm saying. You can say Wayne found Drake. You can say that. Drake was not that big. Until niggas heard Ransom, you didn't know who Drake was. You was like, oh, shit.
Well, technically, if you would have seen him, you would have known it was the nigga that played on Degrassi. But
yeah, but I
get
mean,
what
as
you're
far
saying.
as rap.
Yeah, as far as rap go, yeah.
I didn't watch Degrassi, so I would have never known.
I did. I watched it. It was pretty cool. He was a basketball player, and then he got shot and lost his fortune.
But no, that's what I mean. But we ain't got to stay on the Eminem thing too long. I just thought that was I think it's good for rap. I think that's a good beef.
Yeah, I'm excited to see I'm excited for the rest of the beef. I do want to see where it comes from.
Yeah. I do think I don't know, I think that I'm kind of over the rap beefs though. I think it's getting too it's almost starting to become like a thing.
See,
just to
he
say.
was discovered by Eminem after that Guess Who's Back. That's when that album was working on afterwards. That Wankster and stuff, that was already in product. He was already doing all of that with Eminem. That wasn't before Eminem. That came
My nigga,
after Eminem.
you read me wiki facts?
Yeah, I am, because that's...
You know
facts
anybody
up.
can make up Wikipedia pages. That's a fact, Marquand.
Well, I forget who I talked to. I could show this man hardcore facts. And
Wikipedia is not hardcore facts. I agree with you. But 50 Cent was big before.
He wasn't, bro. He wasn't big like that till he really came out with that In the Club. That's what really got him hype.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, look, it said his '1 single. The first one was In the Club, 2003. And that song he say Shady Aftermath. He was already with.
So you don't think that Eminem had or 50 Cent had a buzz before Eminem?
No.
My nigga, 50 Cent was the
I'm not
hottest
stealing him,
nigga.
man. No, he wasn't. The music when his first, what was the very first song you could think of that came out by 50 Cent?
Me?
Yeah.
I used to be a 50 Cent fan. So if you count me, How to Rob was 50 Cent's first.
Junior, what was
song.
the first hit song 50 Cent came out with when everybody started recognizing?
Wankster.
It wasn't Wankster. It was that In the Club. Thank you. In the Club was the first song.
I didn't say Wankster.
Because that whole birthday part.
Thank you.
DJs would play it all the time. When it's somebody's birthday.
Oh, my mama.
But I remember Wankster. I agree with you.
Wankster came out after In the Club, bro. I'm telling you.
Wankster came out before, right?
No.
I think Wankster came out before.
No, it was In the Club.
Maybe
and
I'm
then
tripping.
Wankster. That's what I'm saying.
What year
You
did
gotta,
In the
all
Club?
Eminem really did was bring up the fact that's telling you niggas like I killed off Ja Rule career. I killed off Nick Cannon or.
You
Nick
get
Cannon
no
never really
credit for
had a
that.
career.
I'm
Yeah, I
not
think
giving
you
him credit
Nick
for.
Cannon.
I'm not giving him credit for.
But
Ja Rule.
he giving facts though. It's like anybody that ever came for me, they found out the hard way. Y'all can't tell me like Toy Soldiers wasn't one of the hardest diss records out.
No.
It was a good song.
My nigga, you put Toy Soldiers over back to back. Never in my life.
Back to back ain't really all back to back is Drake bragging the whole song. That's all it is. At least in Like Toy Soldiers, he over there giving out real facts and kind of stating what's going on and shit. Drake just out there bragging on that back to back. So yeah, I'm gonna put it over that. Back to back is a party diss song.
I don't know if I'm putting yeah. That came out a year apart. But what was I finna say? Toy Soldiers is a cold song, but I've never seen Eminem rap battle with anybody. I've never seen him have any with anybody credible. I think this one. I think Eminem.
But don't you think? Do you think that's because either that you probably looking at it as there's he's never went against nobody, or would you say that nobody has ever even went against him?
That's like 2002.
So I wouldn't really say I wouldn't really say
That same album.
Damn, I forgot what I was.
I just would want to see Eminem.
But when you think you wouldn't. Okay, that's what I was getting at. I wouldn't say that he ain't had nobody to go against. Maybe they was scared to go against him. How you gonna put it as to where he had nobody to go up against? What if they was just like, you know what? I always know to play smart. That's not a good move. I don't feel like going through that. That ain't something I can win. You know what I mean? You never really know what's going on because you don't hear too many rappers diss Eminem.
Okay, so in my mind, let's play devil's advocate. Do you think he said those names that he likes in music right now because he know them niggas will definitely destroy him?
I think he did that because he's giving credit where credit is due. He sees talent in them because he, like he said, like that's real hip hop, real music, real rap on what it went back to. So these are the people I respect for that. Because y'all got these little mumble rappers that y'all just, I don't know what y'all even in the rap game for. And then you got people like Joyner, Kendrick, and Sean, and Cole, and actual lyricists that's bringing a real culture back to hip hop how we want it. So I don't think he was necessarily scared to say anything against them. And I'm not taking nothing away from him because I'm pretty sure one of them probably has the potential to maybe be able to be to take them down if need be. But I don't think he said it with the intent to say he's scared, but with the intent to just give respect where it's due.
Any last thoughts about this, Jenna?
Like I said, it's gonna be a good little match.
I'm just waiting for B-Rad to come out with his diss track.
I don't think MGK is as weak as people think he is.
I think.
He's not weak.
I think MGK bar for
he's
bar.
definitely somebody to worry about, but I just want to. At the end of the day, when this beef is settled, I think if I could be wrong, but I just don't see him coming out on top.
If I was MGK's manager right now, I would be telling him we need to get in the studio with somebody. You need a hit because right now you got people's ears.
Yeah.
So if MGK this is what all depends on to me. If he gets a hit right now, people are fickle. People will definitely Eminem's fans, his core fans. No, they're not leaving Eminem's side. But the iffy people, they'll definitely be like, yeah, MGK got him. And you heard that new shit he got with Tiana Taylor? Nigga, that's what I mean by rap beef is so, it's weird now. It's like you don't get the same, it was niggas I know said Meek Mill was trash, but.
I wouldn't even say Meek Mill was trash.
But no,
you just have to look at your opponent when you go on. You have to pick your opponents better. Why do you think Floyd never lost a fight?
Well, I mean, I think Pusha T lost to Drake.
No, I'm just saying.
But that's what I'm saying.
Why do you think Floyd never lost a fight?
Because you got to pick who you're going against. When you're at the top, you got to pick.
You got to know who you're going against. You got to know your battles. That's why I say with that. When it came to that Meek Mill situation, I think Drake was one he should have left alone.
But I don't think he didn't diss Drake. All he said was the nigga don't write his songs.
But you coming at my integrity at that point. You trying to claim, granted, some music was not written, but now you coming for my whole career.
He ruined his career. No, Drake's still at the top, but as far he got a scar on his career.
He's definitely got a scar that won't go away. That's true.
It'll never leave.
But it's just that's a fish you should have waited to bite, because just imagine if Meek Mill was going through what he's going through now and everything, and then he did Drake.
I think
it would be a lot better for him.
I think Meek Mill won the war. I think he lost the battle but won the war.
I wouldn't say that.
Because, and I'm looking at the war
as... Because the nigga Drake told you, when Nicki tell me she don't want to, or when she said we'd be better as friends, and these niggas, they really broke up. So it's like...
But think about how many rappers then had ghostwriter bars now. Now, if you talk to like real hip-hop heads, that just those reference tracks, yeah, Drake's still a good rapper, but my nigga, even if you had a reference,
your credibility is
we
shot.
Can't get you no more. If we find out that Floyd been
paying off referees,
yeah, we don't want it. My nigga, you cheated, bro.
True.
But I want to get to our next topic. So yeah, we all on the same page. White rap is good. Gotta keep our white rappers safe. It's only like 6 of y'all, and y'all all tripping with each other. It's. I just know one thing's for sure. None of you niggas is gonna come at Macklemore because he got the gays and the milfs. So keep your mind straight. You know who two niggas that nobody ever gonna diss? Flow Rider and Macklemore. Wanna know why? Because they got the clubs right now. Macklemore got the white kids that are just happy to be white, but they don't hate black people. That's Macklemore got. Like, hey man, my uncle says the N word with the hard ER, but I don't. Fuck with YG. He's my nigga. Macklemore got them kids. And Flow Rider, he's something for grandmas to listen to. But I sent it to Marquand, but Nas did this whole thing about him, and y'all know the singer Khalees, right?
Yeah.
You know Khalees?
His ex.
Yeah, his ex. So they've been going to court back and forth, and he never said nothing, but she's been going on the air talking about, oh, he used to beat me, this, and that, kind of making it bad for him. So now he can't see his kids. He ain't been able to see his son in, he said, a year and a half. So he broke down on Instagram. You can still go on his Instagram and see it. He just put up a bunch of different posts because he said he can't do interviews talking bad about which is kind of stupid of him to say, but he can't do interviews talking bad about his baby mama because his son, when he grows up, he might see it. But I mean, my nigga, you wrote it on Instagram. Somebody screenshot it. Your son might see it anyway, bro. But I get what he was saying. So long story short, they've been going back and forth to court, and here's the topic I want to have. So he said every time they go to court, she asks for more money, and she gets requested. They give it to her. All right, yeah, you get more money, but it's to the point to where he you get more money, but the judge sees you only come at me for more money. So now the judge is making her pay for his legal fees, but he still can't see his son because that's a whole separate area of court. They're still at the money part of the court. So my thing is, I think personally what he was saying was, you gonna make me not hate my kid, but hate the situation that I'm in with this.
True.
And at a certain point in there, and I had this talk with a couple of my homies at work, at a certain point in there, y'all got kids too, so I need y'all help on this one. So at a certain point, I think that's where resentment comes from. And I hate saying resentment for your kids, but I mean, at a certain point, one of my dogs at work, I ain't gonna say his name because he's still with his baby mama, but like he said, I'm not going. Nas said he 1.5 million in debt going to court. I'm not going $10,000 in court. I'm not going $10,000 in debt to see my child. And what he said was, you can owe the court upwards of, let's say, 5, 10, however much money, and you can still not be able to see your kids because of something because if she says you hit her, but you didn't hit her, well, now in the court's eyes, now you're abusive. Now you have a temper. Now you don't know how to control your anger. Now you're on the bad end of things. So I just wanted y'all opinion on the whole. Why do y'all feel child support is needed even if you take care of your child, or is it spiteful?
It's a difference between an absent father and just a failed relationship. Sometimes it's due to the fact because the relationship didn't work out. Oh, well, what's the quickest way I can get back at him? Oh, I can put him on child support. Damn, he is taking care of the kids, but shit, now I can get more money from him. Now I can hurt his pockets more. It depends on the situation. Because you got some mothers where it's like they do child support because they have to. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. The baby daddies just ain't there. Yeah. You know what I mean? But you do have some of those women where it's it's more out of spite than anything.
So,
and then it get to the point where you got some mothers where it's even if you are taking care of the kids, if they feel let's say you and Taylor had a kid, and Taylor was like, oh, I need $100 for a bill or something. You know, it's like, oh, well, I ain't got it, but I'm finna come get my son. Oh, well, you can't see your son until you bring me that $100. You got people that do shit like that.
Right.
So it's just it all comes from different perspectives, and you can't really put a pinpoint on which one is the mostly used. But child support is just, it really is there. If the father ain't there, I get it. Hey, by all means, do what you got to do. But if you got the father there trying, doing what he can, and then you want to make it harder on him by going to put him on child support, that's kind of fucked up. Because now you got that man out there struggling even more. He barely making it as it is, and now you just put that another burden on him with taking care of that kid. So it's like, you know what I mean? And then shit, you better hope you got one by the same woman, or if they multiple by the same woman. Because if not, they taking shit. What is it in Vegas? 18% per kid.
Ooh.
Yeah, if it's different parents, 18%. Same, what is it? Same parent is 25% after the second kid, and any kid after that. So.
What you think, Jenner?
Yeah.
I mean, if you ain't there, yeah, child support is cool. But if you around, like Marquand said, that's some fuck shit. And I mean, if I ever get put in a situation, I'm just telling the court straight up, lock me up. I'm not paying for my kid.
They ain't gonna lock you up.
Well, I'm not paying for my kids, or whatever they say at that point is.
Yeah, they gonna have you go into court, keep going back and forth to court, and after a while, after you really not paying, you know, probably like 6 months in, then you probably see a little bit of jail time. But I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not worth the jail time at all. It ain't worth it.
I'm not finna pay to see something I went half and give them life to.
So then go to court for joint custody. Because once you get joint custody, you ain't gotta pay no more.
That's the thing.
Paying.
How much are y'all willing to go in debt with a lawyer?
If it come to me seeing my kid, man, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But I'm not finna go to the point in debt to where I can't repay it.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? So.
You willing to go $50,000 in debt?
I could have put that towards a
you
college
willing to
tuition.
go $50,000 in debt?
50,000.
And the crazy thing is, like Nas said, he 1.5 and she still gets to decide. All right, I'll pick the days you can see him.
Yeah, no, see.
Again, I'm ever in a scenario, I'd rather go to jail. Telling the judge straight up, might as well lock me up right now. I'm not ever gonna pay this, so she gonna be a broke, bitter bitch while I'm in jail because I'm not paying.
Well, then that's what you're gonna have to understand, though. They ain't gonna have to put you in jail. If you gonna keep working your job, they gonna garnish your wages. It ain't what you want to do.
I quit at that point. The moment I realized I'm finna be put on child support and the court just ain't listening to me saying that I take care of my kid regardless, I quit my job and you lock me up right now.
Why not just actually kind of keep your job, get you a lawyer, get joint custody,
and then work not paying for a child that I went half with. No matter what the court says, if I'm there doing what I gotta do and she's upset about whatever and that's why we're here, I'm not paying to see my child.
So you'd rather cancel your entire way of life?
Yes.
You'd rather sacrifice, because you're what? You finna be 29 this year?
Yep.
So you rather waste 29 years of everything you built
here
up
for 50 years rather than pay child support for a child. Because
but is it really worth it though?
Yeah, it's worth it to me. I'm not paying. If I gotta pay to see my son because she got the courts and the whole state on her side saying that I'm a deadbeat, which I'm not. Therefore, I'm gonna eventually grow to resent my son. Like I had to pay for all the time I ever got to hang with.
But you can't take that out on your kid, because your kid is innocent in this whole situation. So your kid don't know what's going on.
Your access, let's say.
Yeah, but your kid not the one saying we gotta go to court. Your kid not the one saying you can't come see me. Your kid not the one taking you all up and through it with the courts and the judges.
He's not.
Your kid is really innocent in this situation, so you can't take that out on your kid.
So
if anything, to be so honest with you, the kid will resent the mother itself.
Okay, so what's to say you paying all this child support and she's still on it? You can't see your kid shit. You went to court for joint custody, but you lost that battle. So now you paying for a kid that your woman's still saying you can't see.
Well, you have to understand, even if you lose joint custody, that don't mean you get visitation rights. So you still get days, like 2 days out the week, that you can still see your kids.
What if she refuses? You say,
if the court tells her and she refuses to see him, then at that point, the first time she refuses, it's a warning. The second time she refuses, y'all go back to court and the judge lets her know that they're going to go over your joint custody case again. The third time she refuses, she automatically loses custody of the kids and it comes to you.
So I got a question.
You gotta pay child support and go through all that.
Yeah, don't trust me. I'm not saying it's an easy path, it's an easy road, but you got to look at it from a point of view like your kids is the main thing you're doing it for.
No.
You know what I mean? The minute you decided to have a kid, everything you decided to do in life has to either make them better or benefit them.
We'll crack a beer when he's turned 21 and we'll discuss it if I'm free.
All I'm saying is when it come down to it, it's worth it.
I could see the resentment side only, and I don't have kids, so I'm gonna just put that out there. I could see the resentment side for your kid only because after a certain point, I'm going through all of this, and it's taking. And when I'm hanging out with you, most of the time, if it's money coming out of my pocket, I'm not even thinking about hanging out with you. At this point, you're an investment. All right, yeah, we can hang out, but we may not be able to really hang out how I want to hang out because, shit, I just had to give your mom money. And then it comes down to the point to where once your son get up in age, he call you and do all this. All right, yeah, Dad, we ain't got no food at the house. Can you come bring me something? I just gave your mom. Your mom get $200. What's your mom doing with all the money? Oh, she just get the money to her boyfriend. Okay. So now you got to.
Well, then at that point, if your child is old enough, when you go to court for stuff like that, your child can be there to testify with you to let them know, my dad gives her money, or she gets the child support money, and she just gives it to her boyfriend. Because at that point, it's like I say, it's not an easy path. I know y'all saying it, and it is tough, it is long, and it's a lot to go through. But when you finally get what you're looking for at the end of it, it's kind of like, damn, it's finally here. But you gotta go through some struggles dealing with co-parenting when the other person don't want to get along with you. You gotta go through court dates. You gotta go through paying and getting spending extra money you don't want to. Do you want to do it? Do you love doing it? Hey, you don't even look forward to it. It's like, man, you get mad about it. But at the end of the day, when it comes to your kids, it don't matter. You know what I mean? It shouldn't matter. There shouldn't be a dollar amount for you having to be in your kids' life.
I'll be honest with you right now. With everything and the way technology is right now, my nigga, you can go ahead and keep my son. I get him an iPhone. I upgrade his iPhone every year. I FaceTime this nigga whatever I want to.
Yeah, but then again,
Daddy went to the beach today, son.
You gonna actually want to spend some time with your son physically. You don't want to just be video calling him all the time.
If they take 250, literally, most people, and I read this in an article, it has nothing to do with this. Most people, if they take $300 out of most people's checks in life, and that's like 75% of the people in the world, just $300 out of their check, each of your check, half the world would be homeless. 75% of the world would be homeless. $300. So just imagine, it's certain niggas that's getting $300 taken out.
$320.
But that's what I'm saying. So you look at those men, and let's say you do get another kid and have to support another family. Now you're in a position to where now your girl looking at you like, damn, my nigga, now you gotta work double hard just because she making it tougher for you. Alright, cool. I mean, I get being there for your son, but the resentment part, me, son or daughter, it's gonna be there. Because at this point, now you're an investment. Now I still have to argue with you. Now your mother still has the upper hand. She gets to pick what days you get to be allowed in my life.
But you gotta understand though, that
she's allowing
she
me
can
to
only
see.
do that if y'all going to court, bro, and y'all got, whether it's a temporary agreement, whatever the case may be, but if y'all going to court, she can only do that for so long, because I'm gonna be real with you. Most cases last from 6 to 9 months. Right? That's most custody cases last 6 to 9 months. So if you can tough it out for 6 to 9 months, yeah, you're going to have to pay this. Yeah, you're going to have to pay that. Plus, you got to get a lawyer just to go to court. You still got to pay child support. Yeah, it's expensive. But at the end of that 9 months, when the judge tell you, yeah, I'm granting y'all joint custody, these are the days you have them, these are the days she have them, all of that in the past is going to be like all that hard work paid off. I don't got to pay you no more. I can sit here and be around my kid now. You can't tell me. Then it's even better because if y'all got more than one kid together, when that kid is born, it automatically goes into the same rights you did with the first one.
Oh, nigga, I'm not.
I'm telling you, it's beneficial to stick it out and do what you have to do in order for your kids, because no matter what happens or what the case may be at the end of the day, there's no possible way in hell you should look at the kid at resentment because the kid didn't ask for this.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you. They take out $50 from my mom in medicine. I'm resenting my mom after a while. Keep it a buck with you right now. Nah, I'm joking, but I'm gonna be 100% honest. I told Taylor this. We was talking about the same topic, and I told her, you put me on child support, I'm petty. I'm gonna just go get a whole nother family. I'm gonna make you see how happy I am. I'm gonna treat her like a queen. I'm gonna really show you. I'm still. You put me on child support all you want to. Oh, I'm gonna show you. I'm petty. I'm so with taking the kids out, and at that point, I'm making your son call on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Oh, he's calling her mom, mommy. My mom doesn't do this, mom. Oh, I'm petty like that. I do all of that.
Then you don't want to do that because she'll try to use that as arsenal when y'all go back to court.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah,
he's got her calling him mom and all of this, and he throws it in my face, and he's telling me about this. Like, you got women that are really saved.
Damn, I can't tell you. Say. And I would tell the judge, damn, I can't tell you. I don't. So if we don't have to talk, that's better for me. Oh, so you telling me I don't have to talk to her? I don't have to speak to her at all? Cool. My kids are still gonna call her mom. The judge can't tell you.
It's not the fact that it's the fact that when your kids come home saying it, she's gonna call you and ask you why they call another girl mom, and what your response gonna be?
Cause I fucking told him to. That's his mom when he's over here. That's my girl. That's his mom. You decide what you want to do.
Okay.
Dick run this house. Jenna, how you feel about that?
It's all about the words you use. So when you say it like that, they can't hold nothing against you because it's like, yeah, I wanted him to do it. What does that have to do with you? You ain't saying it like, oh, well, that's what you get for doing this, doing that. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, you got to play legal chess.
There you go. Play legal chess. Smart.
I do stuff like how Nike just did.
Junior, how you deal with being on child support?
If I was on child support, this wouldn't be happening right now because I'd be in jail.
My nigga, I'm not going. You know what else is crazy? Niggas gotta stop just throwing the "I go to jail for that card." Okay, cool. Go to jail, or just because even if you do quit your job, you still owe. So technically,
you still gotta pay.
Technically, even in jail, you wouldn't be able to get commissary or anything. And working, they make you work in jail. So once you work in jail, you would have to work double hard because you make like 8 cents a day, and they're garnishing.
Hard for shit.
They're garnishing all of that. So even if at the end of the day, personally, I'm not letting you take my freedom for a child. So I agree with Marquand. Yeah, I would go through the steps, but at a certain point, I'm gonna tell her just like I tell the judge, I'm paying, but you can go ahead and take them 2 days away. I'm looking at my son. Hopefully, it's a boy right in his eyes. My nigga, these next couple of years gonna be tough, but when you get 18,
holla at me.
I'll let you know what's real.
That's fair. Even I was watching Judge Judy the other day, and she told the lady, "You keep trying to keep your kids away from him. That's not fair. That's not right. You keep doing that, and it's only gonna cause resentment in the children for you. They're not gonna be resented at their dad. They're gonna resent you for keeping them away from them." I think that. See you
at 18, my nigga. We'll have talks.
Some kids that see that shit like, well, my dad been trying to fight for me, but my mom being a bitch about it.
I feel you.
For real.
Now, we was talking about pettiness in this last one. I was Nike, Colin Kaepernick. I feel like the public is finally getting to see business pettiness.
I think they was even more petty when they posted the safety rules on how to burn their products.
No, I think the pettiness was putting the Colin Kaepernick. They bought ad space for the games for the first
game of the season.
Yeah, they bought ad space for the Nike commercial. That's the most petty thing.
Yeah,
it wasn't paid. The only thing Nike did was it was a business strategy. They realized that black people were getting fed up with buying the same J's over and over again.
Oh my god!
So with that being
niggas
said,
gotta stop, bro.
I'm tell you, y'all can put the facts together once y'all sit down and really look at it all. Okay, Colin Kaepernick.
This ain't the first time Nike did something like this, though, right?
But think about it. Colin Kaepernick was hated by everybody, all the white people and everything, because of the kneeling shit. All right. So once they got him kicked out the NFL and all this other shit, he lost all his endorsements. White people was happy again. Okay, Nike started losing money because their prices got higher. Look at even Forces used to be $75. Now they at $120. everything
still about $50-$60.
everything getting higher with Nike. Their prices is only going up, even for the basics of the shit. And black people starting to turn away from it. That's why you see people in New Balances and all these other brands and stuff like that. So what did Nike do? They're like, all right, we got to think of something to get black people back fucking with us. Because them is the ones buying the most. So how can we get them back? All right, we got Kaepernick standing up for black people and nobody likes him. So we make him the face of our company. White people are instantly going to be mad about that, but who's going to support us?
You do understand, though, that Nike has been paying Kaepernick this whole time, even when he was with the NFL. It hasn't stopped.
Yeah, but they saw the long-term goal. This is how you get the long-term goal.
But he ain't do the kneeling until like the second or third season.
Long-term goal. Once he kneeled, I guarantee they was on the phone saying, "We're behind you. Don't stop doing what you're doing."
But that's always been Nike, though. But you can't say that because Nike picked him up long before they knew he was kneeling.
Okay. Right, they did, because he was a good player. After that, and they realized, okay, he's getting black people on his side. We know who buys our shoes. Let's keep this man on the payroll because learn the line.
But you know, Nike owns a lot of shit. So it ain't like, I honestly think the way they launched it, they did it at perfect timing. Because they launched it with the Serena Williams and all of that shit too.
Yeah.
They did perfect timing on launching it. I don't think it was more about because of black people specifically, but I think it was more of the fact where it was like, well, you know what? We got Kaepernick here. We got all of this going on. Fuck it, let's go ahead and drop the commercial.
You know, their sales right now are at the highest they've been in like the last 3 years.
And that's perfectly, but you know, for the first week or two, or the first few days that it happened, they stock dropped, what, 10%?
It dropped, but have you checked to see where it is now?
No, I'm just saying, though. That's what I'm telling you, though. It's like,
if we're being 100% honest with you, I have a whole theory, and it's completely opposite. Colin Kaepernick ain't making niggas buy Jordans again. I just want to be honest with you.
No,
but this is what I'll say. I personally feel like this Colin Kaepernick thing, I feel like Nike played the good end game. They saw that no other brand is rallying behind this whole police brutality thing.
But
Nike,
y'all can't say that because before Nike actually launched Colin Kaepernick, Adidas, Puma, they was all trying to get Kaepernick.
But this is what I'm saying.
You can't say no other brand was really trying to go for it.
That's what you got to hear the whole thing. No other brand has attached themselves to the police brutality thing in any way. You could pick anybody. No other brand has attached itself to that because it's a lot of backlash that come with that.
True.
People burning your shoes. Nike can't openly say, yeah, we agree with that. Police brutality is bad. They haven't said that. So what's the best way they can say that? Oh, we got Kaepernick here. We could just go ahead and give Kaepernick some more money. Yeah.
But that's the same way other brands thought. They just couldn't get a hold of him because Nike had him.
But that's what I'm saying. It was more on the less of. I truly believe if Kaepernick wasn't as good as he was, Nike would have still. It could have been anybody in sports. It could have been Johnny Manziel. All you had to do, that kneeling, let people know, like, okay, Nike understands police brutality is happening, but they can't say it. That's why I say it's petty.
True.
They can't say we're against that. They can't say that at all. So
all they saying is we're backing Colin Kaepernick.
You get what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by the pettiness. That's business pettiness.
I think Nike was just smart with the timing of how they launched everything. I think the timing was perfect. You got everything going on.
I think you could have launched it spring, summer, winter, fall. My niggas,
when I say timing, I mean think about everything that's going on right now. It's just like with everything that's launching out or everything that's going on, Nike decides to go ahead and say, you know what? Think about it. LeBron just opened up that school. Think of all of the black, like basically all the businesses that are booming because of black people or black itself. I think Nike came right in the middle and was like, you know what? They know we fuck with black people because of the Jordans, but let's one up them and do some shit that they ain't gonna expect. Boom, here go this little ad.
Only thing I think is fucked up that Nike did, in the commercial, they're selling the hijabs for Muslim women. As much as I agree with that, hey, it's religion. A brand should have been did that. I think they just trying to hit every base.
They're trying to capitalize on white people's hate. For everybody
That's
that
not
they
even
hate.
that. You know,
No, Junior, he has a point because
But
it is
race-
about money at the end of the day.
racism
It
is a
about
business at the end
I
of the day.
understand. This whole thing about I said black. Nike put it out there, so therefore anybody that hates something that they posted, the people like the lady in the hijab or the Muslim lady, all the people who didn't like Muslims, now the Muslims gonna go buy Nike. Well, we support that Nike support us.
That's what
Nike is being diverse. When it comes to being diverse,
they capitalize on
Nike
racism.
capitalized on that shit right away.
Racism is. I think of all that shit is a business. Racism is a bit. People,
Well, everything's a business, whether it's religion,
Yeah,
culture.
it's a
you know
business.
what I mean?
So when I say I didn't like that Nike did that, I'm not saying I didn't like that. I didn't like the way they threw that in there. That should have been a thing in its own.
They
This
didn't get me.
Kaepernick thing.
They got black people. They didn't get me. I knew what it was as soon as I saw
No,
Well,
it.
I don't
even
think
with
it's
the
a money
Kaepernick
pool.
thing though, because even Madden took out Big Sean part of the verse when he said Kaepernick name on
If you're looking at the long run, if you following Kaepernick's whole thing is, the NFL is definitely about to offer Kaepernick a huge sum of money because now they know, dang, this nigga can go to court just as long as we can.
Yeah.
This nigga got Nike behind him. He can keep
he
going
can
to
keep
court.
going.
So that's why I mean, like,
He won the first part of that settlement. You know
when you
that,
say,
right?
yeah, when you say he just didn't settle. He didn't.
Yeah, he didn't
get
settle, but he
it.
won. Yeah.
But when you say stuff like,
Kaepernick is finna get his job back in the NFL because the NFL's finna see, okay,
I think
Nike is making millions of dollars because
I think
of
if
this
he,
racism.
I don't think he'll get his job
I think
back.
if he gets a job back, it's an L for him.
Okay.
yeah, I think what'll happen is I think he's gonna get they're gonna give him like part of ownership of a team or something.
No.
My nigga,
I don't be
my
kidding.
nigga, if you work at Subway and they smash a tuna sandwich in your face and you sue him, and let's just be honest with you, and they like, yeah, my nigga, we sorry for that sandwich. Go ahead and come back, bro.
You gotta open your eyes. Y'all gotta open your
You
eyes, bro.
you coming back with the tuna on your face?
Nah,
Y'all
fuck
gotta
that.
open your eyes.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm not
So
coming
when
back.
you see this happen, I don't want to.
Now, if I came back and they said, "Hey, we're gonna offer you a district manager's position, it's gonna pay you 10 times what you got paid before, and we're apologizing, plus we're gonna write you a check," all right, we got something to talk about.
I'm trying to tell y'all.
I just don't think
Like
Kaepernick
20
is gonna take a job. I think he's gonna take a coaching position.
When this breaks, I want everybody to know that I was the first to say it.
Okay.
Kaepernick is finna get back in the NFL because the NFL is finna see how much money Nike is making off of this man and this racism that
But then the NFL won't bring him back because the NFL is making so much money and they base core fans are what? White America.
But I
Think
think,
about-
I
really-
think you're
No, no.
skipping.
Think about let's say Kaepernick gets signed to the Cowboys. Okay, he gets signed to the Cowboys.
Okay.
As soon as first of all, what the Cowboys are gonna do is it's gonna be one big ass game that they bring him out. The team gonna come out and then he gonna walk out that tunnel with his afro showing, holding his helmet high. You know how many people are gonna be in that stands to see him walk on the field by himself in uniform? They're gonna sell so much goddamn money because everybody's gonna be so proud that he finally won and racism is done and he beat the system. It's gonna be like
Let
versus
me ask you a
Goliath.
question. Do you know why the NFL started really tripping about the kneeling thing?
Why?
Because when they started kneeling, their ratings went down.
Yeah.
People stopped watching.
Okay.
That base core fan.
Mhm.
Why do you think they will offer a job, knowing that if they do offer him a job back, he's gonna be doing the same thing? That they're gonna lose more core fans.
Because
it's more of a loss for the NFL than
They're
the game.
still losing fans, even though because they're
It's
still
not as big though.
They're not. NFL is losing fans because they lost fans because they had players kneeling and
Do
they had
it,
people
but do it
upset
look
about
like the
that.
NFL losing fans though? Can you tell?
They not losing fans, but losing money.
But can you tell that they losing fans?
You will never be able to tell. You can.
You
tell
will if they
Nike
give
was.
Kaepernick a job back.
I guarantee you they won't.
I guarantee you will.
I guarantee they're gonna have an increase because why? Like I said, it's about money and it's about everything right now is about racism.
Watch how fast the NFL turn to the G League if they give Kaepernick a
I'm
job
trying
back.
to tell you, Marquand, you gotta step.
I think you're loafing. I want to say both of y'all, but I believe Marquand understands. You're loafing over the fact that Colin Kaepernick, really look at his angle. You got a collusion settlement against the NFL. There's no amount of money. He's about to be paid more than any NFL player is going to make in their life. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
We talking upwards of like
If he
seven.
wins.
we're talking upwards of $700 million. Do you want to
wins.
know why they didn't give him a job? Because they were looking at him like, oh, the broke nigga ain't got no money to go to court.
win.
The NFL gonna win. No, you want to know why he already won? And you can already count it as that? They've already tried to settle.
Okay.
And it was like $650 million they tried to settle with him.
Okay.
He was never going to make that in the NFL.
Okay.
Endorsements and all. You never make
Yeah,
that.
he wasn't.
So, now put it that way. Nike pay. If I'm calling, Nike paying me, and, oh, you know what? Nike backing me. They just put me on the 30-year anniversary of the Just Do It campaign. You want to know what else I'm finna do? I'm not going to play. I'm going to just show y'all that this is nothing. All the NFL going to do is, all right, if you go through the NFL combine and you can make it through, they already tried you're not fit to be an NFL player. No. My stats alone the year before I left were better than most of the quarterbacks that on top on y'all salary. So that's not a thing.
True.
Now the NFL, if you go off of ratings and all of that, I honestly don't think I think they care about ratings, but I think they realize now, oh, we fucked up. That's why they let Nike. You can't stop Nike. Nike is bigger than anything in the world right now. Nike is the biggest thing in the world. You can't stop them. Nike's so big. The NFL hate Nike, but they had to take their money to put the commercial on. Y'all put a diss track. That's like Meek Mill so big, but he had to take Drake money and play back to back
As his opener.
At his party. Damn, I gotta take this nigga money. That's how
And
big.
you gotta remember, a lot of the gear that NFL uses is Nike gear.
The NFL uses Nike jerseys.
That's what I'm
There
saying.
is no bigger beef
There,
than
you
that.
can't really say. It's like
The
it's
only
like
part
you
I
trying
don't
to tell
agree with-
Mitri. It's like you trying to tell Mitri, nigga. Or Mitri trying to tell you, nigga, I get more girls than you. If y'all was single, right? That's you as big brother, so you expect not him to get more pussy than you. But that's how it is. Nike sitting there telling the NFL, no, we backing Kaepernick, but how many orders of jerseys y'all need to give?
Yeah. And you want to know what else? My nigga? We paying for this nigga court fees. So
Yeah.
I'll see y'all on Tuesday.
And then we gonna use the money y'all paying us for his court fees.
And then
Y'all got cleats.
My thing with
y'all
people,
got pads.
my thing with
everything.
people burning stuff with Nike and stuff.
Y'all already paid
My
for it.
nigga, hey, you wasn't burning the shit. You was burning like the coworker threes, the stepdad sevens. You was burning
The
stuff
clean
like
the
that.
yard nines.
Yeah, you wasn't burning none of significance. I just personally think, like Dave Chappelle said, if we all knew that kneeling would get white people on edge, niggas would have done this years ago. And you want to know how I know the NFL is nervous and the NBA is nervous? Because the second LeBron James put on that I Can't Breathe shirt, you know the NBA, yeah, we back LeBron, yeah, that's offensive, that's right. Let Tom Brady would have kneeled. You wouldn't have heard none of this.
At all.
But it's Kaepernick. He wasn't at the top of his game. I guarantee if Kaepernick would have done this the year they went to the Super Bowl, you wouldn't have heard any of this. You wouldn't have heard any of this. I don't think Nike did this to get niggas back, personally.
Okay.
You want to know what I
I think Nike did it because it's Nike.
I don't think at all Nike was worried about ever going out of business.
Yeah.
I don't think
They
at all.
don't.
Nike probably makes more than Adidas makes every year on socks. Nike probably makes more than Adidas makes. On just socks for the NFL players. That's it.
Okay.
You gotta remember it. Damn near everything the NFL players wear are from Nike.
Pads,
Helmets, all of that shit.
jerseys, everything.
everything. Pants, shoes, cleats, all of that. It's
Exclusive rights.
hoodies, shirts, all Nike. You can't really get mad at a brand, at a company that branded you.
My thing is, I think everybody plays the racism card. I think everybody does that.
True.
Everybody sells racism, bro.
Junior, when it comes, if you were to look at, if I say a sport, I want you to think of the first sponsor to your mind that'll come to it. Basketball.
It's Nike.
I would think more Gatorade. You would look more into Gatorade when it came to that one, but I get where you're coming from.
Overall, it's Nike, bro.
Yeah, overall, but I'm just
Nike
saying,
is everything. Any form of life is Nike.
That's crazy.
Pimping, Nike. Doctor, Nike. Prostitution, Nike. It's all the same thing. Drug dealer, Nike.
Because you know
Air Max
Nike,
97.
what Nike owns Chevy, if I'm not mistaken.
One of the
Chevy or Ford, they own that. And hey, I mean, any of the people out there, if y'all don't like y'all Chevy or Ford cars because of this deal that Nike did, I would gladly take them off your hands.
I'm gonna give it a buck
I'm a
with you
salesman
right
by
now.
heart.
I'm not saying nothing bad. I would never say. I worked for Nike. I know how much they make every hour. Nike's not worried about you burning shoes. Not at all.
That's why they put out that ad. Here's how to safely burn our products with a step-by-step.
Nike probably calling niggas like, "Hey, yeah, that shit you just burned, it's on clearance.
Trying to tell y'all
So you can go get it
right
back."
now.
Nike is like, I'm glad America. This is my stance on America in whole. America is finally realizing that we all getting treated like the side bitch that we didn't know we was the side bitch. That's what Donald Trump and everybody's doing. You just now realizing you the side bitch. Look at Nike. They looking at you like, bitch, you knew. That's how they looking at the NFL. Bitch, you really gonna just... Y'all gonna act... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna get my new bitch, Colin Kaepernick. I'm gonna dress her up, put her in some heels.
Nike is nothing but being an opportunist. They realized
My nigga, that's what life is about.
black people needed something to rally behind, so they gave them something to rally behind.
My nigga, my dog. You honestly think Nike was like...
Alright,
you
look
know
on
what?
YouTube, look on Facebook. How many videos have you seen of girls in all Nike jumpsuits? How many videos have you seen of dudes walking into the Nike store spending like thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars on shoes? Walking in saying crazy shit, but saying they support Nike. I've seen a flood of videos within the last couple weeks of people doing crazy stuff supporting Nike because of Colin Kaepernick. Nigga, black people just want something to say, oh, I was a part of that. Everybody wants to watch riot, but nobody want to be a part of it. That's the crazy thing.
I don't believe Nike. I get what you're saying. I agree with
Nike
you.
knew what the hell they were doing.
I don't
They
think
giving black
Nike.
people
I don't
something to
think
rally.
Nike needed anything.
Oh yes, they
more
did.
publicity.
Yes.
Nike was
I
not
don't think.
almost out of
Yeah, I
here.
think Nike was. I think Nike was sitting back like.
My nigga, you honestly think?
Think
if
real
we're being,
hard about
if we're keeping it up,
Yeah.
but 100% honest with
Yeah.
you, as this show's sneakerhead, I'm just being 100% honest with you. Nike has never been worried about selling tennis shoes. That's the last thing.
That's a lie. They were worried. That's why
Nike has never been worried about selling tennis
As I
shoes.
stated,
Now they're getting $40 for slippers.
They would worry that they were worried about it at the time because of the resellers were ruining their company. Because if they sold a shoe for a price, you being a sneakerhead, you know this. Niggas will go in there and buy the one release of the ones or whatever. They'll buy 50 pair and then upsell the price to get their money back. So they sell it, making more money than Nike.
Let me pause you on that one. This is where that back travel went, and I'll show you YouTube videos about this. This is where that back travel went to. They stopped the resellers. If you notice the price of shoes, you stated before, the price of Air Force Ones went from $75 to $100 for a general release pair, right?
Yeah.
So you know what that takes the market away from? That takes your little change away. So you want to know what? Come in and buy 50 pair for $100 a piece. I done already made my money back off you. And you know what? Oh, you going to make $200 off of that? That's cool, my nigga. We made these shoes for 59 cents. Bro, we're whacking you niggas over the head.
And like I said, I get that. But
I'm growing my own weed.
But while the resellers were out there, Nike was taking a hit. Now that they figured out a way to cut the resellers out, all right, y'all done. Now Nike was going on a downslope because in order to cut out the resellers, they had to up their prices.
Yeah.
Since they upped their prices, niggas, only the true sneakers head was going out buying the rare stuff. But other than that, you don't see too many people. Well, you still see them, but not like how it was when we was in school. When we went to school, you had to have on a fresh pair of Nike, some all white, some Jordans or something. Now you see kids in Vans.
Nike
all Adidas and all
Nike
that
got
stuff.
a little
Too hot.
Nike got a little crazy, but the thing is,
they got a little too much.
Nike's core audience, and if you're a Nike fan, you know their core audience they're like Macklemore. They target the white kids that want to be black, and those white kids that want to be black got money. They are like Nike and Apple are one and the same.
And
they know niggas is going. Apple knows niggas is gonna steal phones. They are aware of that niggas steal phones. So you want to know what they are aware to? Oh, if we put Drake on the commercial with an iPhone, we're going to get the white kids that want to be black, and they going to buy iPhones because their parents got money. It's all about. That's what I say.
They losing money too. I mean, that's why
But you gotta understand though. Nike does so much more than just. You got uniforms for certain employees or certain companies that are made by Nike. You got Nike Nike is like that one kid that had everything growing up.
Yeah.
They got their hand in every single thing, and the money is when you talk about residual income, Nike is at its finest.
My nigga, at the point show, what was that? Every year Nike every 24 hours just off of what is it called when you not residual but not equity. What's it called when you make money off like something sitting there like not an investment, like if you put money in an account and over us X amount of time it creates
Like a trust fund?
Not a trust fund.
Interest.
They make like it was like $360 million every 24 hours just off interest of their money. The government in like maybe like 15, 20 years, they said by 2030, the government will eventually have to get a loan from Nike. The government, who pays Nike, will have to get a loan from Nike. That's like your weed man saying, hey, you know what, my nigga, I know I sold you that dub, but can I borrow 20? That's the equivalent of that.
Yeah.
But true. Off of this, but yeah, shout out to Nike though. If you feel like sponsoring us, I'll let your boy Junior's.
Yeah, a lot of props. We not just company Nike. Look out for us.
Junior's obviously. I got some ideas. I feel like the market that y'all missing on stripper heels. I got some ideas. I got some sketches drawn up. Y'all can come out with some nice sporty thongs that pop off. Get a little button right here. Pop off the button, like the breakaway stress suits.
I mean, if y'all really want to do some nice sponsorship, we can even put y'all name in our name,
Nah, my nigga, the future of stripper poles, Nike stripper poles. Y'all have to get on board. Y'all put the look. Just imagine.
Why you ain't supposed to give out the details?
Oh shit!
Supposed to wait till Nike hit you up about it.
Is this live?
Yeah, but it's cool.
But imagine the breakaway thong. Imagine a stripper shaking her booty on you, and you like, let me see that, and she just what? And you hear the buttons clap off. Pop, pop. Like the Adidas breakaway suit, but imagine a breakaway thong. Junior, you into that kinky stuff? You wouldn't like a breakaway thong?
No.
You wouldn't wear a breakaway thong?
Well, no.
Oh, got him. He go, wow. Of course I would. All right, so it's the female segment. That's. Wait, let me make sure we touch on everything. Nicki and Cardi B got into a fight last night. I don't really care about that.
Neither do I.
Will Smith is living his best life. Damn. Oh, NBA YoungBoy has herpes. That's pretty much it. I'm 50% sure that every person in the entertainment business has herpes. That's pretty much it. Time to get to the girl segment. So I was thinking about this the other day. I was talking to a friend. Well, it's not even a friend. It's a viewer of the show. So she was telling me that this show sounds like a bunch of men. How do I put this? I'm saying exactly what she said. She hates that men always speak on facts, opinions as if they're facts. And I asked her, I'm like, well, what do you mean by that? She was like, well, on your show, you guys say a bunch of opinions. Everything you guys say are opinions. And even the stuff that you guys find factual, like, oh yeah, this is a number off that. Statistics are based off of opinions. Statistics are based off of this. They're not, you know what I mean? They're all opinions. So she said, why do men feel like they're the alpha if all of their stuff is, she was getting into the whole alpha conversation we had. I'm not going back. Go back 2 episodes ago. You can view it. But why do y'all feel so strongly about y'all opinions as if they're facts? I know I do.
That's a confusing question.
It's a what?
Confusing?
It kind of is, but I think I kind of know what you're saying. But I mean,
everything that you say is your personal opinion, right, Jimmy? Most of the stuff, right?
Why you gotta have confidence in your opinion? So what that for? What the hell? If you think it, then you gotta put your belief behind it.
I wouldn't say that because people think that shooting up a church is okay, and it's really not. I can't say
Shooting
that.
outside of a church, if the niggas out there tripping, what the fuck? You gotta get to your car.
Okay.
The fuck?
You gonna pass the plate one more time?
Yeah, they do that one more time.
I'm gonna be real though. When it comes to me talking about it really depends on the situation. But one thing I will say to that is, one thing I'll say in general when it comes to women, is if you feel like it is based off of opinions or whatever we say is based off opinions, you know, like, hey, I can't really argue with you on that's how you feel. But women hate the whole double standard thing. Y'all claim so hard and so much y'all want the equal rights, or y'all want to be everything is double standards, or if we do something y'all should be able to do it too. But then when it's brought to the light and it's actually done, it's a different story. For example, as women, y'all can go and y'all can conversate with whoever y'all want, and we have no
tell
opinion.
them what you really want to say. Marquand said this before the show. Women are, and this is Marquand's voice. Women are allowed to be gay and men can't. Marquand wants to be bisexual. Men can't be bisexual. It's weird if a man is bismarquand
I've never said nothing like that.
Shout out to the gays.
No,
y'all really doing
I never
y'all
said
thing.
nothing like that. I ain't listening to that.
I never said nothing
But
like that. Marquand is upset. He's thoroughly upset because women are allowed to kiss other women at the club, and he can't get his thing going with Jimmy in the VIP
Nigga,
section.
you the one that
My
said
man's out here
you the
trying
one
to
that
kiss
said
men.
you the one that said you ain't gay but you bi. You give all that shit a try.
Look, my nigga. First of all, and I'll be 100% honest with you, it's a big gay market out there. There was a time when me and the great late Bizzle were gonna drop a gay mixtape.
All right, on to the next segment.
How y'all get to gay?
Nah, I'm just fucking with you, bro. This is the point of this show, and this is another thing I wanted to let y'all know. I get a lot of compliments. A lot of people walking up to me with compliments on compliments on compliments on compliments about how y'all feel like y'all in here with us and y'all talking with us, and I really appreciate those compliments because that's something I really fight for on this show. I want y'all to feel like y'all sitting here talking to us. I want y'all to, and another thing is a lot of the little backdoor jokes that we throw, pause, we got to start breaking down stuff because people don't know these people, so the little slight stories that we throw, we got to tell the whole story. But I like that about that, so viewers keep viewing. But that was a commercial. That was my commercial break. Back to what we was talking about. Kwani, finish up. You said women don't like double standards.
Oh, okay, yeah. They just get to the point where it's like, for example, a woman can sit there and talk to anybody that they want with no ifs, ands, or buts, right?
Exactly.
And a man is supposed to set his insecurities aside because as a woman, you're just like, oh, it's nothing to worry about. But let the shoe be on the other foot, and you got a man, he can't conversate with whoever he wants because you feel like there's hidden motives or there's something else going on. Well, we as men have the same right to feel the same way, so you can't say, oh, it's okay that you get to talk to Jimmy and Greg, but we can't talk to Sarah and Kim because you think something is going on. You know what I mean? In general, women will do things and then turn around and get mad for a man doing the same thing.
True.
And it's like, don't get me wrong, it is vice versa sometimes, but as women, they claim so much where it's like, okay, well, double standards. If y'all can do it, why can't we? But, you know, certain shit y'all do, and if we try to do it, it's a problem.
Yeah.
It is. And that's why it's just like some opinions that we do have, some things I get because women is some things y'all go through that y'all shouldn't have to go through. I definitely understand that. But it's also what y'all fail to realize is men go through shit too, and y'all have to know when to take yourself out of y'all shoes and put yourself in our shoes to understand that as well. You can't expect just because you going through some shit, your man ain't going through nothing, and he ain't supposed to say nothing to you about it.
So let me break this down, and this is how I interpret everything Marquand just said. Y'all got to be able to understand what we go through, and we got to be able to understand what y'all go through. Personally, I don't want to understand what y'all go through because women of the opposite sex that are heterosexual.
Women of the opposite sex?
Women that are heterosexual take penis inside of them. Marquand clearly wants to understand what it's like to take a penis inside of them. That's what I got. What did you say?
You go with the This dude is gay, y'all.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
I got 2 kids.
How
bro.
does my
I'm not worried
mind?
about-
How does my mind pull?
Why does your mind
out of
resort?
that?
No, why does your mind resort to nothing but gay shit every time something?
Bro, as soon as you said, but you said it so passionate. We gotta understand what they going through. They gotta understand what we going through. Really, my nigga, you wanna understand what it's like for a nigga to smack you?
I'm not saying all of that. I'm saying in general.
I understand what you're saying,
Some
bro.
shit.
I'm just here for the jokes, y'all. But I agree with you 100%. I personally think why women take opinions that men say so strongly, because I'm a fucking man, and you obviously, if a woman grows up in a house, and this is what I truly believe, if a woman grows up in a house with a man in the house, with like their father, stepfather, or their mom has a constant boyfriend, a man just in the house, those women understand authority, not what a man is supposed to be, because hey, now I don't feel like there's a syllabus on what a man is supposed to be. I feel like there's a bunch of different types, but just the authority part, just like you whipping your son. You gotta whoop your son. You gotta not whoop, not like actually hit, but you gotta discipline your son so he knows authority. So if he get pulled over by a cop, he knows to get at a cop. All right, I gotta give you respect. You're an authority person. I gotta listen to you. Even if it's wrong, I'm not gonna disrespect you. It's your job. That's what you're supposed to do. Teach your son respect. At the same time, women who don't, there's a whole generation that we're dealing with now. Women who didn't have, their mamas was running wild, getting hit back to back. Uncle Luke concerts, T.I., Young Jeezy, all the wild shit. And we're dealing with those women who, one, they think they in control. 2, they don't want to listen to nobody. 3, they don't need nobody. 4, don't leave them. 5, they mean everything they say. 6, don't hurt their feelings. These are all, it's all back and forth with women. So if you come at them like we do on the show all the time, Junior can say the wildest stuff he wants to say about how he feels. All black women are bitter. Women take that personally because deep down inside, like I told you, they may feel that they're bitter, but they don't want you to say it. Because now that you said it, now you just a hater. Even if it may be a fact, but now you're just a hater. So I just feel like I'm getting to the point to where you gotta say what needs to be said. That's what my therapist told me. You gotta say what needs to be said, not what the person wants to hear. So that's how I answered the question with the girl. I feel like on our show we say what needs to be said, not what people want to hear. Because if you go through life that way, then I don't really see a problem. But hey, man, that's
because a lot of people want to go through life with everything being sugar-coated, and you can't sugar-coat everything to everybody.
Can't sugarcoat crack, bro. Too much alike. Well, crack is a little off-white, but I get what you're saying. Jenny, you got anything to say about this? Nope. All right. Big topic. Hot take. How do y'all feel about black girls that act white? And when I say act white, suburban black girls that think like, I was helping this black girl at work and she wasn't, what I was saying, she wasn't a nigger. I was like, hey, how can I help you? She said, oh, okay, I mean, this is now, okay, that'll be fine. It's right there to your right. Thank you, sir. Oh, okay, she gave me respect. But one of my white coworkers held the door for her. I felt like she treated him with more like a friendly vibe, and she I don't know how to. Have y'all ever been put in that predicament?
So she made you feel like you was just to help, while the other coworker doing the same thing as you had more potential because he was white.
You get what I'm saying?
I get it.
Have you ever been put in that predicament?
Yeah, I have. I ignore it.
How you feel about that?
It is what it is. You can't every action doesn't deserve a reaction.
But then you get black girls that say black men don't respect it.
I mean, and those are the black girls, whereas when you say black men don't respect you, what type of black men are you talking about? What type of man are you talking about in general? Because you can't just say all black men don't respect me. Well, let's look at the list. How are you presenting yourself? What kind of black men are you being around? What kind of men are you being around in general?
True.
Is it the same type of men you going after that don't respect you? Or is it just the fact you feel like every man is out to get you because one hurt you?
Sure.
You could be bitter like Junior.
Yeah, that's true. I just wanted y'all opinion on that. Jenna, how you feel about that?
I'm not gonna
Yep.
say
I need a yep button. I know how to fix Junior. Yep.
That was funny.
So let's recap.
Every time Junior say something.
Marquand wants to pay child support. Junior wants to go to jail. That's pretty much what we got out of that. Marquand wants to fight for his kids. Junior wants to go to jail. Fucking kids. That's the way Junior feels about it. That's the way you feel about it. Junior's got a son in his hand, so we're gonna ask him what the son is in. So instead of being in your child's life and paying child support, you just want to be put in jail and say fuck your kid?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how Junior feels. So Katie. Yeah. What else did we talk about? Me and Marquand feel like Nike did the right thing. Junior feels like Nike only did this because they want niggas to buy tennis shoes. But we went over the fact that niggas gonna buy tennis shoes regardless because you can't walk around with nothing on your feet because it's in slave age. That's pretty much it. We touched on everything. Like, subscribe. We out of here. Junior, you got something you want to say?
Junior?
Junior? Yeah. You heard me? Caden, you got something you want to say? DeMarco.
Now you ain't talking.
Stop putting the mic so close to his face, man.
Now you ain't talking. Now you shy. All right. Fair enough.
What?
Fair enough.
Y'all, when Junior gets awkward, he just shouts out it. He gets Tourette's when he gets awkward.
That's our
If you put
entertainment brand, but
if you put any amount of pressure on Junior, he just says whatever as soon as he gets a microphone. Watch.
Fair enough. That's our entertainment brand. I'm sorry.
Taco
Cross
sauce.
promote.
Taco sauce.
Chalupa.
When we were at our puff and paint thing, or not puff and paint, I'm sorry. Hey, that's beside. Oh, for real? Y'all know they are building a puff and paint out here?
Are they for real?
Somebody stole our design, and I told y'all, just be 100%, but they using CBD oil, so it's different. They're not doing that.
It's more
But-
legal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, bro. They stole our whole idea.
Well, we got photos. We did it first. Right.
I wish I could have got like a $40,000 loan. I would open up one too.
True. I wish I could have a $40,000 loan. You know how much cocaine you can buy with that? I've been watching Snowfall.
Business.
Y'all watch Snowfall?
Oh, I haven't watched it yet. I heard about it.
Snowfall's good. You could buy 10 coke. You could buy 10 keys for $1,500 a piece. But you gonna be stepped on. You gonna say something? Mesecito?
You get into business too? It's all for you up until you're 18. And I gotta TI you.
What?
How T.I. did his kids, I made $15,000 in 15 minutes, but y'all gotta work for y'all money.
You talking about on the show?
Yeah.
This is what girls are talking about. He's talking about a fictional show as if it's real life. You really believe T.I. didn't give his kids any of that 15?
I believe he probably did. He seemed like that type of daddy.
T.I. seems like the type of dad that's definitely. T.I. has herpes and we let it all
He
go.
seemed like he was.
Look at that. Have you ever looked at that thing on top of T.I.'s lip? That nigga done had a busted lip for the past 15 years. T.I. has herpes and we let it go.
But he talks like the dad from Boys in the Hood when they wouldn't look at the billboard. I think that's who he wants to be like. So yeah, I think he would make his kids work for any dime they get. That's why his son isn't signed to his label anymore. Wasn't making any money.
There we go. That's all I wanted to show y'all.
But alright.
Damn.
You good, kid?
Your phone be
You
doing?
done talking?
Yeah.
You done? Yeah.
All right, y'all.
We up out of here.
Oh, here we go. There's the herpes lip. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Syphilis, herpes, and stuff is on the rise.
Yeah. With that being
The
said,
CDC
would
has
that be
put
a
out
way
the bulletin.
for what?
It's the highest it's ever been. The outbreak since STDs.
Well, you know what I was thinking, that what you don't understand about that? You know syphilis, girls create syphilis.
I don't care who creates it. It's just on the high right now. So
No, but what I'm saying is, if your girl don't take care of herself, she can create syphilis and
All
get
right,
it to you.
Marquand. So be careful. That's all I'm saying.
First of all, I ain't got nothing to do with that
Yeah,
conversation.
gays
You
only
get
get
head,
AIDS.
right?
No
What?
offense.
You get head, right?
What
Be
that
careful.
mean?
It's the highest it's ever been. It's Atlanta everywhere.
I get hair from one person.
Who did she
Whoa,
give
see?
head to?
And here you go. This how y'all start shit.
But who did she
Little
give
shit
head
like that.
to? You ain't gotta worry about her. You gotta about her about who
Oh
she
my God, he took it to the next level.
Then you gonna throw that shit in. Now you know I'm gonna have to hear about that shit.
Everybody mouth ain't clean, but
Hey, brother, abuse. You think Nike care about burning shit?
Oh,
Thank you.
my goodness.
All right, y'all.
I'm definitely out with that being said.
Out of the closet. Oh, that's what else we're talking about. Marquand wants to be bisexual.
Not at all. Not at all.
Alright, y'all.
Yeah, time to get tested. He's out.
No, don't end that with the last thing being said. Did you